welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be on this makeup look that I'm wearing right now. It is my go-to makeup look. I've been wearing it so much recently, and I've noticed that in my recent videos, people have been commenting saying they like my eyeshadow and they like my makeup, and it's what this look is right now. So I figured, why not sit down and film my kind of like go-to makeup look. It is definitely glam. I have lashes on, the whole 9 yards, but I feel like it's one of those looks that I just go to when I don't know what I want to wear that day. So I use a lot of affordable products in this video. There were some high-end and a lot of drugstore. I will have everything I used linked down below like always. And if you guys want to see how to recreate this makeup look that I'm wearing right now, then why don't we just jump right in. I already had primed my eyes. I actually got this in my BoxyCharm. It's by Pure and you can get it on the website. I will leave it linked down below for you guys. So the first color that I'm going to grab into this palette is this one right here. And I'm just going to put that into my crease and really just fluff this out. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that my twin sister actually bought a salon and we redid the entire thing. This has been a project we've been working on for over a month now, so that's why I've been super busy. If you guys are curious, it's called Chic Boutique and I think it's such a cute name. Alright, so now I'm just going to jump into this shade right here. It's kind of like a darker purpley shade. So this is a Sigma E45. I'm just going to go into that shade right here. I'm going to put this right on the outer corner here. I'm super excited for this new journey and I cannot wait to see what the future brings. You guys should definitely follow our Instagram. I will have it linked down below. It's going to be where we both kind of post our hair pictures and things like that on that page. I have a separate hair Instagram. It's just Hair by Valerie Pac. I will have that link down below if you guys were curious. It should look something like this. I'm just kind of buffing that into the outer corner and then blending it into the crease. So now that I have it kind of where I want it, I'm going to kind of take that leftover color and kind of flick it into like a cat eye effect. I want it to be more of a kind of like winged out look. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's like this kind of pinky shade. I'm going to take that on my blending brush and I'm just going to use that to blend out the outer corner. This is a flat definer brush and I like to go back into that dark purple we were using, and this is what I love to do when I'm not doing winged liner. So I like to take this and put it on like I'm, you know, applying my regular liner. And I like to flick this outward to create almost like a wing effect here. And then I like to take it and flick it up just to blend it in to the other color. As you can see, it just creates like a little bit more definition and gives your eye that kind of like cat-like effect. So now I like to go in with some concealer. I'm not going to do a cut crease, but I'm just doing this step just to make the lid pop. This is not something that you have to do, but I like to do it just to create a little bit more of a pop for the color to stand out. So I'm just taking this. This is a ColourPop brush. And what I'm doing is just applying some Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I'm just doing it kind of like a half cut crease. Not even. This isn't really a cut crease. It's just more of giving your eyes a base. And then I like to just take my finger and tap to blend the kind of like outer edge out here. Should look something like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to go into the shade right here, this kind of pinky shade. It's more of like a peachy pink. I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to place that right over top of the concealer. And I'm also going to tap it kind of in between where these shades meet just to make sure that they blend. And then I just like to take my brush that has no additional product on it, and I'm just kind of going back and forth between the two just so that they kind of meet together. So now I just like to take a makeup wipe and clean up the outer edges of my eye. So now I like to just apply some mascara, and I am going to be applying some false lashes. They look like this. They're super pretty, so I'm going to apply these and I'll be right back. So this is what it should look like. This eye came out a lot better than this eye, but it's okay. We're going to roll with it. Things happen. It's just this one is a little bit smoother and this one's just not as good, but we're going to just roll with it. I'm just going to apply a little bit of black eyeliner. As you can see, my face and my chest don't really match because I don't self-tan my face, but we're going to use foundation and kind of make that match a little bit better. But for my primer, I'm going to go in with my favorite right now. This is the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer. I love this primer so much. It just really moisturizes, but it also, I feel like it does work really well as a primer. And then because this primer isn't really like a pore filling primer, I like to go in with a pore filling primer just to hit like my nose and my chin. So I like to use the NYX Angel Veil, and I like to apply just like a little dab of this, and I put it between my two fingers and mix it, and then I just put it right here on my nose and my chin, and I just blend that in. Alright, so for foundation, I turned the brightness up a little bit because it seemed a little dark. I don't know if this is better, but anyways, this is the CoverGirl Vitalist Foundation. I've been using this a lot recently, and I really, really like it, but I like to mix it with a little bit of a darker foundation, and this isn't really a foundation, but this is by Rimmel, and this is their Insta Flawless. This is new. It's their skin tint, so I like this just to mix with my foundation because it is darker. Like, as you can see, that's pretty dark, but I like to use that just to kind of mix with my foundation. I'm just gonna take this and dab this onto my face. Oh, I did want to mention, you guys, on my lips right now I just have a lip balm. It's this lip balm right here. It's actually like in a pot, as you can see. I mentioned this in my September favorites. I will link it up here for you guys. So this is really amazing for moisturizing your lips if you're going to wear a liquid lipstick. I highly recommend this. It is a little on the pricey side, but I do have a discount code for you guys. It's 10% off. I'm not getting paid for this. It's not sponsored, but I really, really enjoy this, and she did send this to me, and I've been testing it out and I love it. It's actually what's on my lips right now, and it has this perfect little pink tint, and it just gets your lips really moisturized and ready for you know, any liquid lipstick you're gonna apply for the day or anything that's super drying. It's really, really good for. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Naked Concealer. This is in the color Light Warm, and I'm just going to put this anywhere that I normally would conceal. So now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to set this with my RCMA No Color Powder. I use this all the time. This is like one of my, actually it is my favorite setting powder for underneath my eyes. I find that it's not drying at all, and a lot of powder does get really, really dry under my eye and really cakey, and this one does not do that. So if you have a problem setting your under eyes with it getting super dry and cakey, I would definitely recommend the RCMA translucent powder. It's really smooth and really good for dry skin. Alright, I'm just going to move you guys back to my eyes just to quickly finish them. So I'm going to go back in with the same purple here. I'm just going to smudge this on my lower lash line. I'm going to go in with the same color we use in the transition, and I'm just going to blend that out. Alright, now for my brow bone highlight, I am going to dip into the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. I'm just going to grab this first shade right here because there isn't really a really light brow shade in the other palette, and I'm literally just going to hit this just on the highest point. It is super duper intense, so I just wanted to mainly apply it right there. I think I'm just going to take that same shade and just hit my inner corner very, very slightly. just to give our eyes a little bit of a pop. I'm just going to apply some lower mascara and then let's go back to the face. Alright, now that the eyes are complete, let's move on to the rest of the face. So I am going to set the rest of my face just because we only set the under eyes. I'm going to go in with this powder by IT Cosmetics, and it's their Celebration Foundation. So this is going to give you a little bit extra coverage. So if you are not looking for any more coverage, then I wouldn't suggest using this, but I really like the way it makes my finish on my face. It's not super drying, but it does lock and load the face. Alright, now we're going to contour just a little bit. I'm going to take my Benefit Hoola with the brush that it comes with, and I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to contour a little bit. I don't like to bring my contour any further than the corner of my eye because then it starts to look a little unnatural. So, and I also like to put some on my forehead here just to kind of blend in with everything. Alright, so now I like to bronze up the skin. I've been loving this bronzer. I've used it in my recent couple tutorials, and this is the number 7 bronzer in Maple. This is very affordable. You can get it at Target or Ulta, and I'm just going to bronze up the skin with this. Alright, this step is totally extra, but sometimes I like to carve out my contour because sometimes if you bring the bronzer down too far, it can just look messy. So I like to just put some of my RCMA No Color powder in the cap. I like to take my sponge, dip it in the powder, and then I like to just kind of carve out. The way that I like to do it is I kind of meet where the corner of my mouth is. Start usually at like the middle of my ear. That's usually where I contour. Just like that. And then I like to go in and apply my blush. So today I'm going to be using this Too Faced blush, and I don't know which color blush this is. It's in like this little palette right here. I'm just going to grab this blush because I really like how it has a luminosity to it. This is my favorite blush brush of all time. It's the Morphe E4. It's the perfect shape just to get right in your cheekbones, and I love it. This blush is really pretty because it has that peachy undertone, but it also has a little bit of luminosity to it. It makes your cheeks just look alive, and I'm just going to blend that in. And then I like to just take this big kabuki brush from e.l.f. and I kind of just wipe this powder away. For highlight, I've been loving this highlight. Mention this in my favorites as well. This is the DesiXkatie Dose of Colors highlight in Fuego. Just a really pretty gold undertone, but I'm going to use another highlight on top of that. I love this because it's so metallic. So I'm going to place this right on my cheekbone. So pretty. I always put a little bit on my above my brow to kind of match it. And then over top of that, I'm just going to go back into the same palette. I'm going to take this highlight because it has more of a pinky undertone to it, and I'm just going to put that right on top. Okay, so once we are highlighted, now all we have left is the lips. So what I'm going to do is apply this Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in Child Star, another one that I mentioned in my September favorites. So I'm just going to leave the leftover lip balm on my lips because I applied it a while ago and there's just a little bit left, and I feel like this will look really good over top of it. So I'm just going to apply this straight on top. Then I always like to do this step because my foundation and everything always covers my freckle here, or mole, whatever you want to call it. So I like to just take a brown eyeliner or brow pencil and just fill it back in. And then I like to just apply this lip gloss right over top. This is the Desi and Dose of Colors Over the Top Lip Gloss. It has gold shimmers in it, and I'm just going to apply that right on top. Okay, the last step is to just lock everything in place. This is the Kat Von D Lock It Setting Spray, so I'm just going to drench my face in this. And take these cat ears off. So this is the finished look. This is the look that I have been kind of going for when I don't really know what look I want to do, but I still want to look put together and glam. And obviously it is a full face of makeup, but it is one that I really like to go for because it's kind of more, it's on the neutral side, but it has like the kind of peachy, purpley undertone. So I really like it because it's different than just your typical browns. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know you've been commenting on some of my recent videos saying you like my eyeshadow, and this is the eyeshadow that I was wearing in it, so I figured I would do kind of like my go-to look for you guys. Give this a thumbs up if you guys like tutorials. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!